Hello, hello, my dear friends, you've reached Eleanor's bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. She'll help improve your fitness, but there's also so much more. 'Cause here are just a few things that this channel has in store. There's bar and there's Pilates and there's belly dancing too. And many styles of yoga, so I'm sure there's one for you. Then watch her practice piano string from right within her home. She's in such big condition, she'll outrun the metronome. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. They're the best place on the internet, the very best by far. It's not just the piano, but the ukulele too. The guitar and violin are even more that she can do. She does so many different things, it's hard not to lose track. I nearly didn't mention that she posts on her Substack. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. Yet controversial topics may be brought up for discussion, but try not to provoke her or she'll swear at you in Russian. And sometimes certain topics can make quite a big impression, so remember you take part at your own risk and your discretion. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. You might even meet Anita if you're quite a loyal fan. She's got a fixed male cat, but she's so desperate for a man. We've really got it all, then you couldn't ask for more. So sit right back and watch Eleanor shave a 3 or 4. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far.
Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Eleanor's Bar and the Resurgence of Sanity. Steve, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Doing well? Good. Well, it looks just it's me and you today. So, yeah, we have a topic, guys. We are talking about what happens to traditional conservative TradWives, or just the TradWives. Who cares? Anyway, I consider them as one. Because both of them are using their families for clout, so might as well be one, right? Yeah, we don't have Nick today with us. Hopefully, maybe he will join us later. We'll see, okay? But if you have something to say, something to add to our discussion, please feel free to drop a comment in the chat. Occasionally, we bring up your comments. And guys, before we get in any further, I made an announcement a few days ago. Gentlemen, if you'd like to share your story with us in regards to your marriage, your divorce, the custody, how you are dealing with it, how you're going through that, please do share it. If you don't want to share it with us, that's fine. You can share it with other YouTube channels. It's totally cool. Just get that information out there so that more young men can learn from it. Yeah. Because whatever experiences that men are going through, it's very, very painful. And it's really hard on them. It's really hard on kids. So the more men are aware about what's happening in the divorce court, the manipulations, the nasty things that women are doing to their own families, to their ex-husbands, to their kids, it needs to get out there. So yeah, please do share your story. You can share it with us. Yes, Steve.
How about the impact this has on other women? That society's changing, well, over the last 20, 40 years, whatever. And young men are not getting married. Married couples are not having children. This is impacting women too. Sure, you can blame it on the 304s, but then whether you're a good woman or a 304, then at some point you want to have children and you realize, oh no,
you can't.
I can't. or he won't, or society won't let this happen, or I waited too long. And there is great sorrow that comes from that. So to say that it's only men that are suffering is not quite right.
Yeah,
It's
not.
both men and women who are suffering from the dysfunction in our world and in our relationships.
That's very true, Steve. That's very true. Yeah, I've been under the weather, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, my husband might have said a few things on Twitter to give you a trigger warning. Yeah, I haven't been feeling, and I tend to fall into this melancholy where I'm thinking sometimes I wish we had kids, because we've been married for over 10 years, and like I tried to do the right things straight from the beginning, and yeah, it's still, you can't have it, because other people's actions impact your lives. Whatever other women are doing, however they are destroying their ex-husbands in the divorce court, it's going to affect women's lives and women's ability to have kids. Like I would give up everything to have kids, at this point, but it's getting too late. And even if you say these things, it's not going to give you what you want. So you could be virtue signaling, you could be doing it out of your best intentions. I don't know. And honestly, it doesn't matter, because reality where we live in right now doesn't change. The laws don't change. It's going to take maybe at least 20 years. I'm always concerned about when the laws are changing, because maybe it just means that I have a little chance of having kids, but they're not changing anytime soon. They might start changing by the time my husband and I retire. At that point, it's going to be too late for us.
Right. So you have to deal with it. Now, for the men and women who are dealing with this, I want to play something.
Okay.
I have it queued up. This is from 18 years ago, a college octet. Okay. Yes, it has a religious theme, but this song was very meaningful to me.
Okay, let's watch it.
Tempted and tried, here of me to wonder why it should be thus all the day long, while there are others living around us, never molested, knowing the wrong. Father alone will understand why. Cheer up, my brother, in sunshine. We'll understand it from by and by. When death has come and taken a loved one, leaving our home so lonely and drear, then do we wonder how others prosper, living so weak year after year. Father alone will know more about it. Father alone will understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. When we see Jesus coming in glory, when he comes down from home in the sky, then we shall meet him in that mansion. We'll understand it all by and by. Father
Well, I can't listen to that song without getting tears in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just addresses the thing where we feel. Because there's a phrase in there. Then do we wonder why others prosper, living so wicked year after year? While there are others living about us, never molested, though in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't understand. Why?
Well, yeah, this.
And you won't understand. Maybe further along you'll understand, but right now you don't understand. Don't expect to understand right now.
Yeah, well, it's just
Unknowable.
frustrating, Steve. It's frustrating. I look around and I was watching, I'm not the only one. I was watching Pearl. I think she has some sentiment too there that, like, you try to do the right thing and then you see this horse that we are talking about, right? Like, they're doing everything like the possible, like the wrong way, you know, like why do they get to have kids even, you know? And then you watch how they exploit their kids, you know, like on camera to get more attention, more likes, you know, how they destroy the lives of these kids later in the divorce court. And you're just like, why do they have kids? Why don't you have kids?
Yes, and the same similar emotions go through a man going through divorce court. The kids are removed from him, out of his life. Why? Why does this happen to me? I was a good man. I was a good father. Now I'm been demonized and I've lost everything. They've taken all my finances. They've taken my children away. I'm thrown out in the street. You wonder, where is it? What causes the self-deletion among men? It's this exact same occurrence. That's how it affects men. Elena's described how it affects women.
Yeah. Well, maybe some women. I don't know.
Well,
yeah, but I've seen Pearl is going through something. She has similar questions I have, you know, and it's just it's sad. And then it's like, what are the solutions? Like, do you do the wicked things like everyone else is doing because they are getting the outcome that you want? And then the right answer is no, you don't do what the crazy people or the sick people are doing, you know, because they are sick. You know, but this is like the majority of them are doing that thing and they're getting the outcome that they want. And then they destroy the kids, they destroy the society, they destroy fucking everything. And then you wonder why, Elena, why are you so angry? You're just angry. You have some anger issues. That's why I can't have my kids, because of the fucking collapse in our society.
Yeah.
I can't be a mother. I can't ever experience being a mother. Because I do realize, okay, I'm a woman also, and I know that the law is going to support me. Like, if my hormones change, okay, all I have to do is just hate on my husband, falsely accuse him, take him to the clinic. Doesn't mean that I will follow that, but I'm still susceptible to it because everyone is chirping into my ear. And then when your hormones change, you become a different person to some extent. A lot of divorces are happening post having kids. It's very, very common practice. I know it's not official anywhere, guys, but there is so much evidence out there. Anecdotal evidence based on men's stories. This is why we highly encourage you, gentlemen, keep sharing your stories, because maybe one day the scientists will choose to do something about it. Right now, they're like, fuck you, man. We don't give a shit. We don't care about you. Yeah. They're not doing anything. They're not doing jack shit to actually improve the situation. Why are they ignoring? Why are they ignoring men's stories? especially post having kids. A lot of women changed their mind. We just watched the series. We started watching Breaking Bad. I don't know if you know that movie or not. I found the most monstrous villain in that movie.
Oh, is it a woman?
Yes, it's his wife. Well, ex-wife, because she wants she was headed that way. We predicted she was going to divorce him, but he was still hoping that he is a decent man, but he started cooking meth because he, like, what other choices he had? He is a great chemist. He knows how the compounds work. And then one of his students, the chemistry students, he was doing math, and so they started cooking drugs together. It's really fascinating, the story. And you would think that, okay, you understand the psychology of, I'm not justifying what a lot of them are doing, but they are kind of doing a great job of explaining his thought process and like what he's going through. Okay, he has these huge bills to pay related to his treatment, and then he's just making an average salary as a college teacher, so he can't afford any of that treatment. And then his wife is pushing, like, let's do like you and she was pregnant. Like the movie begins when she's pregnant, expecting a baby, and she's in her 40s somewhere, so it's not a young couple. Watch that. I'm not going to like tell a lot of things here about this series, but it's pretty interesting and then very typical. I'm just actually glad that they are even showing how a lot of women behave. So she popped up a baby and then, okay, divorce papers on the way. Like, what the fuck, bitch? And then how she was dressing up for her boss? Like the décolletage, short skirts, started wearing heels. Never did it for her husband. Like all of the red flags are there. Yeah.
So, what are we really going to talk about today?
Yes, guys, we got sideways, distracted with the stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, we are talking about what is happening to the TradWives, to the trend, and the women themselves. And I have a few examples. One of them, Pearl actually called her out. Brett Cooper, okay, who is no longer, he doesn't want to be associated with the TradWife movement. So, yeah, she did all of the trad things, and now she's criticizing the trend. And then Lauren Southern, I will refer you to watch this video. I didn't have neither time, no patience, no perseverance to watch that 1 hour long interview with Lauren Southern.
Yeah, it was a year ago, but I just watched it recently, and yeah,
Steve, summarize it for us. Okay, here, guys, let's
pull it up.
Can you remove it, the one that we I can't remove it for some reason.
Well, I just do that. Now you add yours.
Yes, I can add this.
You could have added yours anyway.
Oh,
they don't take up the same space.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm not there mentally today, guys. Okay, let's see here. This one. Okay, so here she's trashing feminists. There is this beginning where, okay, I did watch it up until like 10 minutes or so. Let's watch the little intro and then on 7 minutes just to give us something. Okay.
I think the majority of women in the TradWives space are having massive problems in their relationship with identity of Lauren Southern at that time.
Okay, hold on here, the beginning.
Her. I think the majority of women in the TradWives space are having massive problems in their relationship that they will never talk about publicly.
Are we talking about online influencers in the TradWife space?
Yes.
Conservative space?
Yes.
Some have speculated that your ex was a Romeo spy. Is there any possibility that that could be true?
Ooh, I don't like crying on the internet, but my son's going to grow up and he's going to watch this. And I want him to know that I loved his dad very much. I think the one reason I don't remain tortured by this relationship is because I gave it everything. Within 1,000 times of him saying, I'm going to divorce you, 1,000 times I said, I'm not giving up on you.
Okay, so just let's stop it here. I'm going to scroll forward because they are.
Hold on. Well, yeah. Find
Okay.
the thing.
Yeah.
I want to point out, she used the word tortured. Okay, that exaggeration much? Oh, and then he was the one who said, I want to divorce you 1,000 times. And the only way she can carry on is she gave it everything.
I know.
She loved him so much. My God, she's just a victim.
Another insufferable bitch. I'm sorry. I'm
And
just going to call it out
later
the way
on-
it is. Yes.
Later on, the interviewer says, oh, you're a survivor.
Of course, she survived that monster, that relationship. Gentlemen, wait. This is what's coming for you. You wife up this TradWife or whatever she presents herself to be. I don't even care because it's irrelevant to the matter. Any woman from any mask that she is wearing, okay? You wife her up. She will give everything to that relationship. She will take you to the cleaners. She will kidnap your kids later on. This is coming for you too. And then she will say she will destroy your reputation like this woman is doing here. She will go on all of the right podcasts to trash your name indirectly, covertly, to show you as if you're such a monster. And she was this submissive poor girl who gave you everything and you didn't value her enough. Ay. Yeah. This is how it will end.
Hey, let's watch a bit more of this.
Okay. So 7 minutes here.
Happening.
Right.
So yeah, I critiqued rape culture at big protests. I didn't understand a lot. They were doing slut walks at the time. Did you ever?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and also that's when you had the women's march. That was,
Okay, just a bit of intro there that you guys missed. So basically, the interviewer is asking her, "What were you known for back then when she was doing all of the content?" And Lauren Southern says, "Well, I was the anti-feminist." So she was known for being an anti-feminist in Canada. Okay, so she is from Canada.
a huge thing in response to Trump becoming president, at least in the States. Now the Women's March basically is evaporated. We don't really see that or hear of it.
And we missed some of it. They were talking about women's rights. So she doesn't necessarily disagree with the feminists in terms of the things that they are fighting for. There are some good thinkers out of feminists. This is what Lauren Southern was saying. But she didn't like how they did it, so by trashing men, and then she did trash Redfield somewhere here. Okay, let's watch here.
Because the 2015-16 era was the boom of Gamergate. Did you ever follow Gamergate?
No, tell me about it.
It was basically when you had Anita Sarkeesian, Brianna Wu, who, funny enough, we talk now and are okay with each other, but they were in video games, journalism, and game design and pushing for companies to have more representation of women, less sexist depictions of women. And a lot of gamers were just like, leave our games alone. We don't want to have this stuff forced into our games. We just want them to be good games.
And do you know this because you just have a large male audience, so you're familiar, or you're a gamer too?
I worked at EB Games for like 5 years.
Okay.
I used to wake up playing League of Legends in the morning. I was big on computers, computer games, all of it before I was really even into politics. So I was kind of in the middle of that zeitgeist as well, watching it, sympathizing with a lot of the men in my audience. And I decided to delve into the subject more of the feminist debate I think my first video that went viral online, it was like overnight, was why I'm not a feminist.
Oh, okay.
And it was, I think, a necessary pushback at the time to some more extremist stuff we were seeing. You know, I think back to like the man spreading critiques. Is that really what we need to be talking about as a culture? The, you know, all men are rapists, all men are misogynists. We live in a patriarchy.
Rape culture, which I think is fake.
Rape, of course, exists. Do we live in a culture that at the level of government, education, media, schooling supports rape? No. And the first step to stopping rape is acknowledging that every aspect of our culture actually condemns it, but we aren't necessarily putting the things in place we need to prevent it because it's still happening. So yeah, I critiqued rape culture at big protests. I didn't understand a lot. They were doing slut walks at the time. Did you ever?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and also that's when you had the Women's March. That was, you know, a huge thing in response to Trump becoming president, at least in the States. Now the Women's March basically is evaporated. We don't really see that or hear of it. At least I haven't in several years.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, putting on little.
So, yeah, they were talking about the SA culture. Come on, really? Is it that common? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Really, you don't see women being fearful of going out in most of the country. Yeah, sure, bad neighborhoods, fine. But to say that this is a true risk in our society, I'm sorry, I just don't see it around me. I don't see it in the news. Well, on the news. I don't read newspapers lately. Hardly anybody does. But it's so unbelievably rare. But this is what women want to talk about.
Yeah, they want. Well, I think it validates their points in the eyes of the feminists. They don't want to trash what the feminists are saying or doing. This is where the TradWives are agreeing, you know, in some ways with the rigid feminists. The line is so thin there. I mean, like, I don't like, I listen to her and all I see is a feminist. She's just doing it with different tactics. Well, we need to still fight for women's rights. We just do it in a more organized, more civilized way. We don't need to do this protest. We can just go and do it. Like, this is why I keep saying that the TradWives, they are still relying on the same laws that feminists are pushing to divorce rape their husbands, to get all of the feminist benefits, to get more rights for women. It's just a different coat of paint. It's neo-feminism, essentially.
Sure.
You know, it's the same feminism, just with a different paint.
So, when you were looking at things in the future, the topics in the future, I want to go to 24 minutes.
Okay, you want to go there? This is why I did it, because it's a long interview, guys, and we can just...
Okay, so 24 minutes, 24, 29. What was expected in their ideal relationship?
Oh, the fantasies. Okay.
So,
let's go watch it.
Okay, before
what did your
ex play? Oh, right there. We're there. Okay, so Lauren was in media. She met, and she was out there. She got arrested in Turkey or something. And then her future husband was from Australia and was in the government. I mean, he was a bureaucrat or something. And, in their State Department. He actually helped get her out of jail. He rescued her. Think he was a bit of a Chad type guy, okay? And then they dated and eventually married. So she had this fantasy of, I want the traditional things. I'll be a trad wife and have babies and stay at home. Well, no, she wasn't she has too many feminist ideas. She wanted to be close to her family and stay in Canada. He's from Australia. He had to say, well, I'll make my life in Canada. No, this is wrong. It doesn't work. A woman is supposed to go along on a man's life adventure. She is his helpmeet. She comes on his life adventure. When you get that part wrong, oh no, he's going to move and build a life around where she wants to live. You got things backwards. And then I think there are hints in what she says in this ideal relationship where she really wanted to wear the pants and he had to accommodate her. And, oh, did he threaten divorce? I think he was a bit of a Chad guy with frame. Says, you don't want to do that? Fine, go your own way. I think she interpreted that as him threatening to leave her, where it was actually a man with frame saying, I'm not going along with that BS. I've done enough. And so let's watch this and see what happens.
Tell you that he was looking for in an ideal relationship.
So this is something I think about a lot also, because I spend a lot of time online talking about what I wanted. So if you wanted to date me, you could go look up exactly the things I would want to hear. You could go look at my Twitter timeline, my YouTube, and he told me everything I wanted to hear. I want to have a family. I want a stay-at-home wife. I want like 2 to 3 kids. I want, to be the supportive, masculine protector husband. I want to reconnect with my faith and go to church with my wife. And just, and it's hard to meet a lot of men when you're like 21, 22 that want to get married at that age. It's not a huge thing. I mean, a lot of girls that are dating right now will know meeting guys on dating apps, whatever, that are actually interested in getting married, not common.
And how much older than you was he?
9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was quite a bit older, saying, this is what I'm looking for. You're the perfect match. Let's do this.
Yeah. And it was like, to me, it was a no-brainer.
So there was nothing weird that he said. I mean, did he come right out and say, I'm looking for a submissive wife? Did he use that language with you?
So the only thing that I would look at, and I didn't see it as a red flag then, but I would look at it as a red flag now that I kind of see the red pill movement coming about, is when he was talking about how him and his friends no longer wanted to date Western women. They wanted to go find a woman overseas who was going to be passport bro. We want to find a woman overseas who is going to be more submissive and not a feminist and going to be, a proper feminine woman. So it's maybe someone in South America. Now I look at that and, I get it. No one wants to be dating the like hardcore feminist, I hate men kind of girl that's gonna want to arm wrestle you and never have kids. Like, of course, like that doesn't make sense. But in a lot of ways, some of the guys who are saying this literally want like a non-human as their wife, like a non-person. They don't want to have to work on conflict resolution.
Which it doesn't make any sense to me.
So am I, by your logic, am I non-human? I don't have a mind of my own, right? I just do what my husband tells me to do.
Gee.
Oh, Lauren, you are throwing some stones there.
If you want me to believe that,
I know, right?
find one man on the internet who accuses you of that. Okay, there are women who accuse you of just being brainwashed, a Stepford wife. But anybody who knows you, okay, yeah, Alana has opinions. But notice, okay, men want all these things she listed. Oh, now that's a red flag. He could have just looked it up and tell me what I want to hear. Newsflash, men want that stuff too. It's natural. Secondly, the fantasy of a non-Western woman. Yeah, there's a fantasy that they're more feminine, less boss babe. And you don't have to be a ball-busting feminist. The TradWives are some of the most manipulative, feminist-leaning women And that's actually being exposed now. So men have this fantasy to find a woman that's actually easy to live with and who will listen to what you say instead of challenge you at every turn. There's nothing wrong with that. But Lauren, oh, she has her opinion. So the man has to learn conflict resolution and how to accommodate her and how to compromise. And in a woman's mind, the word compromise means he accommodates me.
Yes, that's what it's exactly what it means. And then did you notice she said the red pill stuff? The moment she saw any sign of dominance in him, she's like, this should have been the red flag. Oh my god. My husband would just fall, like, click every single box that she mentions of suspicions. Of your suspicions, I mean. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, let's watch a bit more.
Let's watch, yeah.
Because to me, I mean, maybe there's some aspect of that or truth to that because of a language barrier. But also, I feel like women from other cultures, they are the ones that are the most feisty, very, they will talk back. I don't know. This idea of like anyone else from a non-American culture, like they're very submissive. And I don't know. I don't know that
I don't believe that either. I know.
I don't get that vibe from any woman that I know that is from somewhere else. They all seem to be way more, combative, I guess.
Yeah. And then the other thing.
Okay, so combative, do they mean like more direct with other women? Because I'm plenty combative with bitches. I tell them what it is, right? I'm not holding back anything. And then they view this combativeness. But then, okay, when you are talking to men, a lot of women from those countries, there is some truth to that. There is a reason why men go outside. They will treat superficially, even if it's not true. Okay, there is some point there. Yes, a lot of women will hide it. They will camouflage it better, But superficially to women, oh, she's from another country, the Western women, right? She's more direct. She's nastier with us, but she's nicer and kinder to men, to the Western
Yes, those foreign women.
Mm-hmm.
Know how, maybe it's a mask, maybe it's culture. They know how to defer to men better.
Yeah.
But in engagements with women, they're actually probably more vicious.
Now, they have to be, because they are competing in their own culture. Even in my culture where I come from, there are so few men out there with resources that all women are competing for. Yeah.
Right. Now, with men who they defer to a little bit more deferential.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flip side to that. These women are actually have honed their manipulation skills higher. Instead of using a direct approach with their man, they're more subtly manipulative. Wouldn't you say that? The Eastern European women, like you, Elena, women like you, not you.
No, it's
but
okay.
You are more
manipulative.
Your kind is more manipulative because you're not going to do the frontal "I'm an equal to you" approach with your man. You're going to manipulate him, and this is the way it's been for centuries or the last 200 years. Equality is an American concept. It's steeped in our blood. Now, we have exported this concept as feminism to the rest of the world, but it is not as deeply ingrained in their culture.
Yeah, well, you will see the appeal to the femininity in some of those women who will fuck you crazy, okay? They will fuck you. They will give you sex. They realize that this is the least they can do. And I see some women here in the West are implementing those kinds of strategies that, okay, you are not withholding sex from him because through sex you can manipulate him better. And this is what I see when I see women in the West start telling men and women have more sex with him. Because in my mind, I just view it, okay, if she wants something, she can either get it in the combative way. Let's say she's married to a simp, right? But her combativeness is not going to work as well on a man with a dominant masculine frame. He will see it. We've been training men how to detect it and saying, okay, if she's too combative, you just leave her, right? So men are not paying attention to this women. But then instead, the different mask that women are wearing is like their femininity mask, okay, where they will like, okay, we will pet you, we will tell you what you want to hear, right? But then give us this, you know, or do this for us in a gentler way. And then they say it's in their language, Steve. If you analyze like the content, I've lost so many. I even stopped commenting under their post because it's a very detailed argument that you try to make, and then people are like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with more sex, right, in marriage?" Because they won't connect the dots that, okay, this is another manipulation tactic that women use to get what they want. I see a lot of women now saying to other women, just love bomb him more, essentially. Have more sex with him. Fuck him crazy. He will break mountains for you. He will do so much for you. He will do so many things for you in exchange if you just give him so much sex. You know?
And it might work.
Right, but it still is manipulative because they're not using sex to like build a bond with a man and like do what he says, still, you know, submit to him. They're using sex as a manipulation tool to get what they want from him. This is why I'm always suspicious of these women who are saying like, well, you just give him more sex, you know, and then you'll get what you want.
Wait, is there a word for a woman who gives sex for monetary gain?
There are many words for those. I mean,
like what's the word?
Prostitution is one of them, I guess.
Oh, so a woman who wants a vacation to Europe or whatever, and she says, you know what? I'm just going to give him lots of sex, and then say, honey, I really want to do a trip to Europe. She's getting financial reward from her husband for giving him sex. Is that not using the same dynamics as prostitution?
Yeah, it is. And this is why I'm calling it out. But so few people, I stopped even bothering, guys. I've tried. Then my husband kind of point out there is no point in this. They are not going to get it because men want to fuck. It's like, yeah, and women realize that, okay, they can get through fucking men, through giving more sex to men, they can get more resources from men. They can get what they want from men. Still, it's a different strategy, guys. It's a different strategy. Instead of being combative bitch, right? You just pretend to be nicer, you spread your legs more, and it does work on a lot of men. It's not going to work on dominant masculine men who are like, okay, sex is sex, now what's next, you know, right? Who can compartmentalize it, who can like, okay, I don't need sex for survival. Sex is just, it's nice to have, right? But it's not a need. My existence doesn't depend on it.
So you're saying you couldn't use a strategy
on my husband? No.
To get a new BMW?
Never. This is why we are still together. This is why I still respect him, honestly. Because if a man was like, oh my gosh, we are having sex. Oh my gosh, what do you want, dear? What? I'm just fulfilling my basic wifey duties, right? This is why I keep coming back to this attraction that a lot of people are pushing, that it's the only source that your wife is going to have sex with you. It shouldn't be the only reason why she wants to have sex with you. Honestly, even if she doesn't feel like it, there are some days like that. You can talk about it, right? Use common sense. Obviously, you don't want to fuck her when she's bleeding, right? But like in general, it shouldn't be the only thing that bonds people together. Attraction today there is attraction based on her hormones, based on how much you gave her recently, right? Tomorrow there is zero. And then what do? Tomorrow she's attracted to somebody else. Then what do? Or you didn't man up. You didn't, like, the one of your six packs, you lost one of those six-pack abs, then what? She stops being attracted to you. I mean,
Yeah, a man. You're no longer a six-pack. You're only a 4-pack.
Right. You lost one of your muscles there. Or you lost your job. Shit happens, right? We live in a world where, bad things happen to good people too. Like my husband, there was the time when he was transitioning from one job to another job. And this with his H-1B doesn't really help the white man either. So yeah, there was the point where he was unemployed for like 6 months or so. So what will happen? What will happen? Because bad things happen to good people too. And if your wife cannot stay with you through the bad times, like, what's your worth? What is she, a gold digger? She will go and she will replace you just because you are going through some hardship like that. And then she will do the same thing to the other man.
Sure.
This is why it's like money muscles game. It's nice to have, but it's not going to save you. It's not going to keep your and then if you are basing it as if she's attracted to you, as she's attracted to your money muscles and game, and you have to be on top of the game all the time, people get sick sometimes. Like accidents happen. This is life. You can't be protected from it. So what? She will leave you the moment you're not on the top of your game. The kinds of women you attract with the money muscles game without frame, it is just the gold diggers, honestly. Who will only fuck you if they, based on their feelings, if they feel like fucking you, if they are attracted to your six-pack abs today, they will fuck you. You are still a slave to her. You are a slave to her hormones. You are a slave to her emotions. If you are doing the money muscles game attraction, if you're basing everything on the money muscles game,
yep. Well,
it's not long.
Turn this back on.
Okay, let's watch her.
And I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Thing that, I mean, everyone watching this is going to know is I wouldn't normally date a girl your age, but you're not like other girls. You're smarter than the other 22-year-old girls, And once again, when you're 22 years old, you're kind of like, of course I am. I'm the smartest 22-year-old that ever existed. Like, that's me. What a compliment.
Yeah, I'm a unicorn, right? Mm-hmm.
But it's like, no, I'm just a little more naive.
What did he say about his views on working women?
Did not like them. Didn't think that was a good, which was funny. This has always been a strange thing about my career is I tend to like more conservative men that tend to have these more traditional conservative views. But then I have a massive career where I'm traveling the world and there's a contradiction there. There is a contradiction there. So I'm like, okay, you really like me because of my career. You think it's amazing. But then you also dislike working women. You think it's kind of a feminist thing. But also, do you really dislike working women? I don't think so. Because when I eventually did get married, I was constantly lambasted for not earning money, for being useless. Like, why you're not contributing enough. And I'm like, whoa, like I thought you wanted this. And so having this idea of women in the workforce is bad.
Oh, maybe, in some regards, it makes sense. The question that he asked here makes sense. If you are in the workforce, then what's your contribution? Because you can't devote your whole time being his wife and doing what he wants you to do, right? Because you are he's sharing you with your job, and then contribute something, right? To the like you are out there doing other things that you want to do. Like what? It makes sense. The question that he asked made sense.
Maybe, but she's reporting that he wanted a stay-at-home wife, but then was critical of her that she wasn't contributing. That's by
No,
her
but she
report.
was saying it also with career. She always had her career on point
I know.
first, you know?
I know.
Then, okay, she's working.
That's not my point. My
Mhm.
point is we're listening to her tell the story.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's true?
No,
Women
I
say
don't.
all kinds of things that sound good, and it could be an outright untruth.
Mhm.
Now, she may have rationalized it in her brain. He may have said, well, if you're not going to keep the house clean and cook dinner for me, why the fuck don't you go out and get a job so you can pull half your weight in the financial area? Oh, okay. Now go ahead. About 3 years, 4 years. Oh, he was bugging me to get a job and he didn't like me staying at home. Well, could have been because you were just sitting on your ass and not doing your wifely duties. We don't know. I'm not believing her. Her story
I'm
is
not
too
believing either.
tidy. And he was a bait and switch guy. Oh, he was 9 years older. He wanted this, but then complained about that. And, oh, fuck you, Lauren.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, because if she was at home to begin with and she prioritized her family and being with him and doing the things that he wanted her to do, like with the house chores, I don't know, like cooking, cleaning, kids, you name it, right? Lots of female duties out there to fulfill. And then maybe he saw that she wasn't doing those things and he said, well, okay, at least go do something useful, you know, like at work, but
Yeah,
then
who
compensate, you know,
We're
like
just,
for your
we are,
negligence here, for your negligence, because women, you are in the workforce, you wanted it, right? If your man tells you leave your job, which means that you will be only living on his income, and I understand that this is the dilemma that a lot of women are having. They don't want to sacrifice the lifestyle that they have, right? Well, by being in the workforce, but then they expect this kind of egalitarian, like equal, but then contribute financially something into the marriage so that you know you can outsource the somebody who would fulfill the wifey duties essentially, you know, like
well,
cleaning,
bottom
cooking,
line,
all of those. Mhm.
as a wife, you have to contribute. Now, you can
Or make
contribute by
enough
keeping
money.
the home,
Yeah.
cooking dinner, raising children, vacuuming, doing laundry. That's your contribution. Great.
Yeah.
A man can accept that. Or if you're not doing that, why don't you get off your ass, go out and get a job so then you can contribute financially so we can hire someone else.
Hire somebody else. Exactly.
You have to contribute. Now, when she says what she's saying, we're not getting the whole story here. Now, we're speculating. You and I are speculating on what's going on, but we're not getting the truthful story out of Lauren. There's more to this.
Yeah, Tacticus here says she's a non-profit employee of your husband. Yeah, part-time wifey, full-time needy. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. And like you see it everywhere, you know, like they make such a big stink out of all the little things that they are doing, and then, you know, yeah, it's just insufferable behavior. Okay.
But then I quit my job to get married and be a mother, and then suddenly I'm useless and not control.
See, I sacrificed my career, I sacrificed my youth, I sacrificed so many things to be with this man. We've heard it all before. Nothing new. Okay.
Contributing enough financially to the household. It's like a lot of, I think this is where the trad stuff can have reality and online ideology collide. Is it really practical for one person to be supporting an entire household nowadays? In a lot of cases, not really. And it can be extraordinarily stressful for men to have that burden on their shoulders. And I think when men face the reality of it, they're kind of like, okay, actually, it would be really helpful if my wife was still working right now. It would be really helpful if you had an income, even if it's just an online job, whatever it is. So it's like kind of trying to make a square peg fit into a round hole, where it maybe would have been even more beneficial had I been the main earner and pursued my career. And then he was kind of supportive in the background. That might have worked better. But because there was
stop
this
it right there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a TradWife, but the roles are fluid. Oh, I could be the breadwinner and he could be the stay-at-home caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me, Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
That never works. You don't know what the hell you're doing here. Okay, so you give up your career. Now you're stay at home. You have no experience in keeping up a house. You've been out gallivanting around the world doing your own thing, and now you're in a completely different world. You don't have any of. Do you have cooking skills? No
With those
wonder
nails, I don't think so.
no wonder your ex-husband was saying, "Could you do something useful?"
I know, right?
Because she probably wasn't doing anything useful as a non-working woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not with those nails for sure. Yeah. Ay. Yeah, it's again like they want the benefits of being a wife without doing any work, without fulfilling any wifey duties, without even like contributing financially. How much of the money that she was making in her career actually contributed to the family? How much dowry did she bring to the table? Let's quote our good friend Sean. What's your dowry, Steve?
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe these cute nails are everything she has. Anyway, let's watch it.
Ideology in mind of, no, this is what a marriage is supposed to look like. This is what gender roles are supposed to look like. It became presentation over practicality. And that really.
So the practicality is the egalitarian bullshit, right? This is where she is ending up with.
Yeah.
In her train of thought.
In my opinion. I think every woman a little bit, maybe not every single one, but definitely me, every woman a little bit wants to be able to be in her feminine.
And that's why you were able to talk yourself out of your own intuition.
Yes. I'm like, I want to be vulnerable. I want to give my whole heart to someone. And part of that means not trying to be the boss babe and question him everywhere, not trying to fight with him, accepting who he is, trying to forgive, radical forgiveness. And I had really mentally.
What is this term like radical forgiveness, Steve? They're so virtuous and godly. They will forgive all of your sins. They determine. Do you remember the song with Anita and the other characters?
Okay,
they determine what his sins are, and then they radically forgive him for it.
Yes. So she married this man, and then she realizes that he's not. She didn't marry Clark Kent, and he's not really Superman. He's got flaws, failings, and now she has to forgive him for not being the perfect man. Right. And that requires radical forgiveness to forgive him for not being perfect.
This is horseshit. This is so yeah, like the whole language, the whole construction there. It just okay. Let's keep watching, guys, before I explode here.
Decided, like, this is my person. I don't want any other man. I'm not interested. This is my person.
It sounds to me like Jesus is my boyfriend. So this is why I keep coming back to even married women can have Jesus is my boyfriend. And this is a good example of this, guys, where she's in love with Jesus, right? Jesus is perfect as far as she's concerned. And then the man is like, he's supposed to meet up her standards that Jesus meets by default, right? Because he's the King of Kings, right? And then the man, he's always supposed to measure up. And then she has this virtuousness that she forgives him for his failures, because he's not up there. He's not like on the same line as Jesus.
There's something else. When she says, this is my person, Substitute partner in there. This is my partner. This is my equal. This is my other. A person.
Mm-hmm.
There is no sense of respect
Yeah.
for this is the man who's going to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
This is my master. Mister. This is my head of household. This is my husband, who husband is at a higher level, wife is at a lower level.
Yeah.
This is a Christian hierarchical thought. And yet this is not a union of equals in all aspects. Yes, equal in worth before God, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
In roles, no. The husband takes the greater share of the responsibility.
Yep.
He takes the leadership role. He also, when it comes to the protective role, he will protect and he will sacrifice, but it comes from a position above. So when she says, this is my person, that is too egalitarian.
Mm-hmm.
He should have said, this is my husband, with the respect due to the husband in that relationship.
But then everything
not-
else that she was talking about, it wouldn't it wouldn't make
Right, because of feminism is just steeped in her brain.
Yeah.
The egalitarianism. She's an egalitarian woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why now she's claiming victimhood.
Of course.
Fuck you, Lauren.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, they all end up there, guys. I'm telling you. Okay. Let's keep watching.
And I'm going to do my best to love him for who he is. But
I'll see if he, like Jesus, she loves Jesus for who he is, but her husband, if he doesn't meet that standard, then she can't love him for who he is. It's all conditional. Everything is conditional here upon his servitude to her, upon him pleasing her, right? And doing what she wants him to do.
Yep.
you know, a relationship is two people. It's both ways, and both of you have to be looking to improve yourself and grow. And if one
and then she already implies that she has done all of the work, she has grown, she has done all of the improvement, and he failed. I'm just breaking down the language, you know.
That's a common occurrence, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, right?
Two people, we grew apart.
Grew apart, yeah.
And I grew and he didn't. So then I had to leave to go on a journey to find myself.
Exactly. Yeah.
person is under the impression that they're perfect, which I find this a lot with maybe other girls. Like, men will tell you, we don't change after 30. We don't change after 30. This is who we're going to be. So you either accept it or we can break up. And that was a thing that was used a lot, is whenever there was kind of a problem that arose, he would be like, okay, well, we're going to break up then. And that would create this like abandonment complex in me, where I was.
Well, okay, so here, she was 22, right, when she met this guy. He was 9 years older than her. She already if she wanted somebody that she could control and manipulate, she could have chosen somebody younger, with less balls, with less frame, that she could manipulate. But no, she wasn't interested in that kind of man. She wanted that older man that she eventually married, right, and then divorced him. She wanted him to comply by her rules. Girl, it's like you are so out of your place, honestly.
What do they say in the red pill? Advice to man. Okay, live your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, whoever you are, be that. And if your wife doesn't like it, say, well, you're free to do whatever you want to do. Sounds like this man was an alpha. And she says, I want that, I want this, I want that. And he says, well, no. I don't. We're not going there. If that's what you want, maybe we should break up so you can pursue your dream. Now she's using that as a negative against him. But I think just listen to what she's saying here. her ex-husband was an alpha, and she was a rebellious wife who eventually rebelled herself right into a divorce.
Yeah, creating excuses of holding back. Yeah, Tacticus writes, we grew apart, we grew into different people. I did the work at the table. Appreciated. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they always take the credit for, you know. Yeah, I tend to agree with Steve. That man, he had frame, and look, you're
Okay, let's
dating
listen to some more. We'll see if she talks about him. Keep that in mind. The man had frame.
It was like this thing that I have given up my career for, that I am, you know, this is the person I want to marry. This is the person I want to have kids with, or especially when I was already, you know, married and pregnant. I can't lose this. Like, I have to. It got really bad when I was pregnant. Okay, well, we're going to get divorced. So it went from me psyching myself out and ignoring red flags to him giving me literal anxiety of abandonment if I ever addressed red flags. And it no longer felt like I was even.
Well, these were her red flags based on her delusions, her expectations, you know.
So when she was pregnant, any highly hormonally, emotionally driven, she wanted things, and he said no.
Yeah.
And so
he did the right thing.
He was saying no, and then she made a big hissy fit over it. He says, well, you know, you can always divorce me if you don't like it. Yeah. That's having frame in when a wife is just emotionally irrational, unhinged. And now she's calmly telling the story about how this was a red flag because he wouldn't give in to her. Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, Tacticus got it. Manifesting red flags. Exactly. And it's fabricating the incrimination against her ex-husband, how evil of a person he was, because he was so manipulative apparently and had so many red flags that she so conveniently missed at first. She knew whom she was getting. She was getting a man with frame, a man with balls. And then like when it became inconvenient for her, so now, okay, let's come up with all of these red flags. Yeah, from Jesus, her boyfriend. Oh, yeah. They all have this story that Jesus is their boyfriend, guys. They try to align every single man that they meet up to Jesus. If men, for some reason, fail that test, that standards that they have, then they are no longer good men, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's keep watching.
In control of my own destiny or my own ability to confront reality, because confronting reality in some cases of the way he was treating me or the decisions being made meant losing the entire idea that I had dedicated my entire political existence and ideology to, the nuclear family. This is what I want. I want to be a wife. I want to be a mother. I want to have this for my child as well. So if I don't accept the reality that he has given me, he's going to leave me.
Did he?
Oh.
Hey, when you get married and you want to be a trad wife and have a traditional family, yes, Lauren, you have to give up control.
Yeah.
Because now you are signing up to be the helpmeet to your husband. Oh, husband means, yes, he gets to make the decisions. So no, you don't. You can advise, you can counsel, but you don't get equal say in the decision making. Sorry, this is the traditional marriage, a hierarchy. This is really Christianity. Christianity is a hierarchy. This is the way it was talked about in Genesis 3. And if you read it through the whole Bible, there is a hierarchy there. I'm sorry, your modern egalitarian feminist mind rebels against that. But, again, you can choose to do whatever you want to do because you have free will.
You can choose to submit. And then do you remember before she was talking, she would love to give your heart to that man, submit to him fully and everything. And then she wants to be in control of your life. Doesn't work both ways. You want the long-term protection and security. You want the dominant masculine man to take care of you. You have to give up 100% of control for your life, basically. You have to trust that person. Yeah. But then she wanted the cake and eat it too. Okay, let's finish this.
Say that he was a Christian?
Yeah, Catholic.
Okay.
Yeah, which, a lot of debate around there, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Right. Yes. Okay. Because I was just curious
Like,
about that.
Hold on.
Steve.
Fuck you. Oh, he was a Catholic. In other words, the Catholics have this, old-fashioned view of things. A lot of them still believe in this hierarchy thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's
What's
not
that
like
hierarchy, huh?
the fuzzy bunny huggy church down the street. Okay, Lauren. Oh, so now you're deriding him because he's a Catholic. Oh, guess what? A lot of Catholics are very traditional. So you say you want traditional, and now you're complaining because he was traditional in his worship of God. Uh-huh.
What's your problem,
Great.
Lauren? What's your problem?
You make a lot of sense here, Lauren.
I know, right?
I think you wanted things your own way.
Yeah, she wanted.
And that's your biggest problem.
Yeah, she couldn't let go of that control. She just couldn't. Yeah.
It's a mass when we were together. Yeah.
What were some of the ways that he strategically isolated you from your friends and family when you first got together?
Well, it definitely began with like little subtle comments about how everyone in my work sphere was problematic, how I shouldn't talk to them. And don't get me wrong, like there's some accuracy there. There's a lot of problematic people within the political sphere. But it definitely became this thing where I was made to feel like every accomplishment that I had made in my life, my documentaries, all of it was horrible and connected to this horrible sphere of people. So I can never be proud of it. I have to kind of leave it behind, never engage with it. And it was really like the major.
At some point, Steve, do you remember years ago, guys, if you've been following us for a while, I made a connection that the career women are the most promiscuous women out there because this is how they build their careers. So in a way, your husband was telling her, it's like Nala Ray, okay? You want marriage, you have to give up your past life, what you did in the past, right? You have to prioritize your family, your husband now. Forget about your past, right? In a way, he was telling her, give up that promiscuity, give up what you were doing before, because like most career women, they are fucking around. It's just, it comes, they have the mindset of a controlling boss babe. They build their careers by fucking their bosses. There is a reason why they dress so nicely for their bosses. They want a promotion. They want to be paid more. They can leverage it. They can. They have all of the HR departments that are supporting them. And I think he was
understand this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her husband was saying, "Okay, you're transitioning to be a wife now. These people have different ideologies, and a lot of them are not good. So you got to stop and not talk to them." And so that's controlling. But he was actually right about most of them.
Yeah.
But then somehow he made her feel like her previous accomplishments didn't count. Well, gee, nobody can make you feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
You have deep-seated guilt about some of the things you did, how you accomplished it. And now, you're trying to deal with this. And so instead of taking accountability
Yeah.
You're saying it was his fault that I feel this way.
Mhm.
Again, fuck you, Lauren. You're delusional. And you are exaggerating this to such an extent that this whole thing is a rationalization and is complete and utter bullshit. It's not true. The story you're telling is not true. It's not the truth. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's the exercise we're going through here today.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to a woman tell her story post-divorce, post-relationship breakup, and helping you see how much shading and bullshit and blame placing and how she's the victim and she's the survivor who made it through. And if she'd only seen these red flags and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Toxicus here says she deserves the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, Nobel
for your
Peace
efforts. Nobel Peace
Yes.
Prize, yeah. Yeah, right.
Oh, and you know what? She's not saying this, but I can assure you that her shit doesn't stink.
Oh, no way, Steve. Even like no woman would think that her shit stinks, you know?
No, other women will say, nah, man, this woman is full of shit.
Yeah, I
Her
know,
shit
right?
stinks."
But they will never
But
talk about themselves.
she's trying
like,
to
"My
convince
shit
the men
stinks."
that her shit doesn't stink.
Yeah,
And so
my
this
shit
interviewer is saying, oh, yes, Lauren, I know. Your shit doesn't stink. And then tomorrow she's gonna go back. Oh man, I was plugging my nose the whole time. Man, that Lauren, she's so full of it. Damn, her shit stinks. She's telling that to all her
but she
friends
can't tell
tomorrow.
it to your face. Ladies, I can promise you one thing. I don't even want to talk to women, but if I talk to women, I'll tell you everything. If you ask me, I'll tell you everything I think about you. Honestly, I don't care how it makes you feel. I'll tell you the truth. I'll give it to you.
Oh,
But then
why would
I'll
any woman
probably
want to talk to you?
but then it's like don't ask what you if you don't want to hear it, you know. Luke Perry, good to see you. Say hi to Donovan Sharp. I need to get back on track watching some of his live streams. Is he running live streams now or he's taking a small break? I haven't seen him live lately. Doesn't show up. Okay, Elena hates TradWives. As a man in telling you it beats a liberal or feminist. I don't hate TradWives, guys. It's just like what the stuff that they do is just nasty. Okay. Yeah.
But Luke Perry probably has a point.
Mm-hmm.
At least you might get some more sex out of a TradWife.
Yeah. You might.
But
then
the
will she
feminist.
chop play at what expense? Okay, what's the cost per fuck? What was that term, Steve, you came up with the TradWife?
No, you got it right. CPF, cost per fuck.
CPF. Okay, what's the cost per fuck? Let's calculate with the TradWife versus a whore. Okay, for a whore, you just pay your money. She doesn't suck your brain. You pay her to keep you quiet, right? And then you move on with your life, right? But with the TradWife, what's the cost per fuck? I wonder, like with Lauren Southern.
Okay.
With Lauren Southern, what was the cost per fuck with you?
Okay, I suppose I could go calculate mine at this point because it stopped. I mean, it stopped increasing. But for our friend Nick, every month he's paying child support. So, man, let's be real. That's not all going to the children. So whatever he contributed to the marriage, to her, all the financial costs of the divorce and all that, now money is still flowing out of his paycheck into her bank account every month. He can't complete. And okay, the fucks are not increasing anymore, but the cost is.
Well, he got like seven.
So-
Okay, I'm
Right. So-
maybe
so-
exaggerating a little
So
bit,
the
but
number of
based on the
times
number
he's
of kids, okay, the number
Right.
of kids.
so the number of times he's fucked that woman
Mhm.
is a constant, and it will never change now.
Right,
The cost keeps going up.
the
the
interest.
money
He's paying
yeah.
interest.
So he's now paying the cost of the previous fucks that maybe weren't that great to begin with. I mean, he's just way the hell overpaying, but it's way after the time when he got his dick wet.
Yeah, well, this is the cost per fuck with the TradWives guys. He married
It
a
could
Christian
be.
woman. He
It
married
could
a
be.
Christian woman.
You can never calculate the cost per fuck at the time you're fucking, unless it's a whore. And then you walk
this
away.
is why
But
with
then,
whores,
if
it's
you got her
actually-
pregnant or you got
Mhm.
some STD, well, okay, the cost may go up later. So the
Mhm.
cost per fuck can only be calculated in retrospect.
Right. So look, be careful. I know that he was saying here, even with the cosplaying, it beats the alternative. Okay, I think that in some regards, it's easier and cheaper for men to hire a whore, pay her for her services, get the blowjob done, get like all of the things that he wants done, right? Forget about her, than being with this woman like Lauren Southern or any other TradWife, like in case of Nick's ex-wife, that you keep the interest keeps coming, and then it's like the
Okay.
payment never goes away.
Okay, Alana, that's absolutely true, but it's immoral. It's not a moral thing to do.
Well, I know.
So if you're a
but-
Christian man, you know what? You have to decide what are your principles? What are your morals?
Mhm.
And okay, it's not up to me to judge you. You can judge yourself. God can judge you. I'm not going to judge you. But you get to make your own choice.
Yeah. No, I'm not telling this is what men should do. I'm just calculating and comparing the two options that are presented to men at this point. You know, like which one
Sure.
financially, which one financially makes more sense. I like as a Christian, you know, this is why it's like I'm not perfect, guys. If I were a man, I probably wouldn't stick my dick into the crazy horse either. I would just keep watching porn. It's out there and it's free, you know. I know Nick doesn't agree with that, but it's like what it's like out of the all options that men have out there. Like, what's the least damaging option? You know?
Nick would actually agree. He would say that is the practical thing. But it's
Mhm.
immoral, so
It is
I can't
immoral, yeah.
advise you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in agreement. So these trads who say, "Oh, you're advising something that people shouldn't do," yeah, okay, from a moral perspective, but from a practical perspective,
Yeah.
this makes sense.
It
Now,
makes
how
sense.
are you going to make the change? Are you going to change your church to actually teach people what marriage is about, that it is not a partnership? Or are you just going to go on excusing women and demonizing men?
This is what they are doing at the moment. They're excusing women and demonizing men, and they expect some miracle to happen out of all this. Yeah, church is not going to change by itself. If it was to change, it would have changed it long time ago. We would have solved it long time ago. They won't, because they want to keep the lights on. Women are the ones that are forcing men to pay the donations, right? To promote the egalitarian bullshit in church, what women want to hear. If churches stop preaching what women want them to preach, churches will go bankrupt. They've become very, very corrupt. Yeah. Luke still thinks we haven't Steve with all of the effort, with all of the look. Are you joking or are you for real? Least damaging
No,
option is the
okay.
third wife.
I'll just agree with Luke. Yes. Assuming a nasty divorce doesn't happen,
Yeah, right.
a trad wife it's not a bad option. But the thing is that he's not factoring in, and Nick and I and Dr. David Edgington, would attest to this. The nastiest divorces can't come from stay-at-home religious women, mothers. So those are going to be the most expensive, the most destructive to men, and you stand a bigger chance of losing all contact with your children when divorcing a trad wife than a feminist or a liberal woman. Oh, okay. Maybe while she's wearing the trad wife mask, you might get more sex. Okay, at the time, it seems better. Over the long term, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's your results are up to you, or are dependent on a lot of factors. But there are a lot of men who have been devastated in divorces from so-called trad wives.
Trad wives, yeah. Be careful, yeah. Be careful with them.
You know, this would be a good discussion.
I think so, yeah.
I like discussing these things. I'm not opposed to anything Luke says.
Yeah. It's interesting
just a back and forth debate.
It's back
we
and
can
forth.
compare notes.
Yeah,
if we want to do this with Donovan sometime, hey, that'd be fine too.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I have my white guy perspective. Donovan has his black man perspective. I'm just okay. It seems extreme, but our experiences are not all that different.
They're not that different.
Maybe sometimes our language and our culture is a little bit different, but you know, men are men, regardless of their skin color.
I'm just so grateful that Red Pill exists and men can exchange their notes on female behavior. Because, look, I was rereading some old classicals from Russian literature, actually. Eugene Onegin by Pushkin. Pushkin is not even my favorite, but I was doing the audiobook, listening to him on the background. And there is so much wisdom. There is so much wisdom in the old books, like Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare. So many authors have described female nature, and Red Pill has comprised it. It narrowed it down. It kind of summarized all of the knowledge, all of the wisdom about female nature. And it just, you know, it keeps educating men. And I'm really, really grateful for the Red Pill community, for what you guys are doing. Yeah. So, well, let's I don't know, like a few more minutes of this, right? Just to sum it up, and then we can move on to the other video.
One came around when I had just given birth. It was a week after I had had my baby, and he accepted a job in Australia. And he had promised, one of the things that I was like, wow, this is an amazing man, is he was like, I will move to Canada with you. I don't, because I told him I can't do a long distance thing and I'm not moving to Australia. I want to be with my family. I've been away from them for far too long, traveling the world, doing these films. I need to be in Canada with my family. And he's like, fine. I have made all the preparations to move to Canada and to be with you there. And we will live there, grow old there, everything. And I was like, wow, I've never met a man with such a
so he would have to sacrifice everything for her. We get it, right?
Sacrificial spirit for love. That's incredible. But a week after I gave birth, he accepted a job in Australia without any conversation between us about it, and said, I will divorce you if you don't come to Australia with me. And it was somewhere where it wasn't even going to be near his family or anyone we knew. And when you've just had a baby, like, you need support systems. You need people to help you out. It's hard to tell if you have postpartum depression, all these things. There's a lot of factors that mean you need your family and support systems in that space.
Did you share with your friends and family that he was constantly threatening divorce if he didn't do what he wanted?
No. I was too nervous to, I felt embarrassed.
Bullshit. He threatened divorce? No. This is a coloring of the past. And it was complete. If he's your husband, he did an assessment. You were busy giving birth. You're not thinking right. Okay, I'm planning for my future and your future. I see some things going on here. The influences of this Canada. We need to get away. I want my child to grow up in a wholesome environment. I'm completely within my rights to say, okay, we're going to move.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to move. Well, I think this is the best thing. Do you want a divorce? That is not threatening divorce. She's saying he threatened divorce. Like he's this tyrant saying this.
Well, because she didn't
Bullshit. It didn't. You know what? This is so fucking colored. I'm not believing a word of he's an evil man.
Me neither. She didn't want to sacrifice anything for that relationship. She didn't make any effort to be with that man. So he sacrificed whatever he had in Australia to come to her, to Canada, started over, right? And then as a patriarch, as a head of the household, she didn't trust him. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, he maybe saw some things coming for Canada, which is not great right now, right? Move out before the crazy began, so that his family would be in a safer place. And
he was completely within his rights as a husband to decide where they're going to live as a family.
To unilaterally decide. Sometimes my husband decides some things. He tells me as a fact, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is what we are doing. You know, your job as a wife is not to fight your husband on every major decision or every even small decision. Whatever he decides, he has the authority over you to decide that. This is traditional, by the way. This is according to the Bible.
Lauren was play acting as this trad wife. We don't know if she did the cooking, the cleaning, kept the home. She was certainly a rebellious woman that she wanted a say into whether they moved. Well, who knows? Maybe he did consult her prior to that. And then maybe he made the decision. And now, after the fact, she's spinning the story like she didn't get a say, meaning that she did advise him, don't do this, but he didn't take her advice. So therefore, since he didn't go with what she went, she didn't get a say. And it was like he didn't even need to talk to her. Therefore, I'm going to pretend that he never talked to me and he just made the decision. Okay, this is the type of rationalization that goes on in a woman's brain.
Yeah. Here Taxico says, sure, you had to move around the world making films at gunpoint by Octavius, Tyrone, Chad, me victim. Yeah. And now when her husband tells her to move, she's like, no, not doing that. Yeah. Luke Perry here says, I'd rather young women follow Lauren than Cardi. Do you know Cardi B?
Yeah, it's not in my
I'm not sure who that is.
She's not in my view because different generation.
Cardi.
Different culture. Don't give a shit.
B.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, right. But look at the outcome.
At outcomes, yeah.
The outcome following Lauren, you end up divorced, and you're gonna still end up in cat and box wine land.
Essentially.
destination is the same.
Exactly. The paths, the strategies are different. The outcome is the same, guys. Pay attention to the outcome. Okay. Slim picklings. We can't be picky. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's keep watching here.
I felt ashamed that I was even in that position. And definitely this is another big thing with the kind of trad sphere.
Well, okay, so what she implies to other women to do is to share your concerns, share your thoughts, share the threats that your husband gives you. Everything is a threat. Remember, if he even mentions the word D, then you should go and spread it around your family members, and then somebody will advise you to divorce, do the silver bullet divorce on him. Somebody
Okay,
from your relatives, from your friends.
Here's the truth that, okay, I don't know what other men, we need to do a survey on this for those people that are divorced.
Yeah.
Did you as a man use the word divorce first, or did she use the word divorce first? In my experience, both times, I got two divorces. Both times, the women used the word divorce first. They uttered it. Men do not typically utter that word. They say, this is what we're going to do. They don't threaten. They just lead. Women, when a woman uses the word divorce,
Yeah.
she's thinking about it. Women do not say words that they haven't already thought about. So if the word divorce even comes out of her mind, out of her mouth, it's been in her mind for months.
Yeah.
She's already thought about it. And it's okay. If she ever uses the word divorce in a conversation as a threat with you, she's already planning on it. Now, you as the man need to take measures immediately to get your finances sorted out and separated. See, your survival is now at stake the minute she uses that word.
Yeah. There was one girl, and I think everyone.
And Tactica says she used the word first. So this is exactly opposite of this story from Lauren Southern. She's talking so much about how her ex-husband used the word. I would bet that he didn't use the word, and she did. And this is all confession by projection. And she is projecting him using the word when she was the one who always used it.
Oh, Luke Perry says also yes. Yeah.
Yes, he's saying, and then he's affirming what I said about my advice. Immediately do.
Yeah.
Take the advice that I said. I think that's what he's saying. He can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Luke, feel free to. Yeah, guys, if you want to call in, you can call in. Just let us know, if you'd like to call in. I'll send you the link. So yeah, there was a point I was trying to make, Steve, and I forgot what it was. Well, anyway, let's keep watching. We're going to finish this fragment, okay, with you.
And it's just, I know so many people that are living this life where they're posting the family photos, where they're posting the sour bread baking, we're the happiest family on earth. And then you'll have these private conversations in like the dead of night where it's all hush hush. And it's like, he told me I should kill myself again. He told me he hates me. He told me he's seeing another woman. But none of it, it's like,
what? He told me I should kill myself again?
Bullshit.
What? Well, yeah.
This doesn't happen. Okay, this Catholic man who's traditional, by all measures, wants to take a job and move her out. And she's feeling guilty about her past. Tells her to kill herself.
He tells her
I
to
don't
kill
think
herself.
this is a typical thing that men do.
Yeah.
I know a lot of men. I can't imagine any of them telling their wife to kill herself. This is a thought that's in her brain. And now she's attributing it to, he told me. No, bullshit. Something you're thinking. You got a few screws loose here, Lauren.
Yeah, definitely. She's trying to incriminate him.
Like, everyone is so embarrassed of having these real, or the other way around. There are men in these positions too, right? Where their wife is like doing something horrible to them. And there's so much pressure to keep up appearances, because otherwise it's like, you've failed. You have failed at what your life is supposed to be, and now you're just another one of those degenerates.
Was he saying to you that you should kill yourself?
No.
Points?
This is other women that I know.
What kinds of things would he say?
Oh, but oh my gosh, sisterhood to Beral here. Did you notice that? Like, the other women said it to her, and then she had to use it to prove your point when she was talking about her ex-husband.
Bullshit, absurdity, exaggeration.
But
Lauren,
you noticed how she threw
you're so
it
full
like
of bullshit.
she didn't even realize that phrasing could have incriminated her husband, her ex-husband. It's like based on the stories of other women, and then she decided to throw it out. This is just like, what the fuck? You're talking about your husband. Why do you add some shit? Why do you make up shit that your husband has never done just to make a fucking point against your husband? Just based on the bullshit that the other women told you. Yeah, let's just throw all of the pile of shit in here just to, destroy my ex-husband's reputation, see how virtuous I am, how good I am. Knock it off. Ladies, this kind of behavior is not okay. Like, when you are trying to incriminate your husband based on fake stories that other women have shared with you, maybe even those stories are true. I don't know. I don't care. Has it happened to you? No. Why the fuck are you using this to justify your point? Why are you using somebody else's stories that may be true, that may not be true? Most likely they are not even true. They are a huge exaggeration, false accusation, and then you are incriminating your ex-husband. Have some decency. My goodness. I fucking hate liars. You know, I hate women who do this kind of shit. I'm going to call it out every single time I see it. This is not okay.
Say to you when you were fighting?
A lot of, you're dead weight on my life. Like, you're useless. All you are is dead weight to me. You're pathetic. Like, you know, I remember like a very specific rant towards me of, because every once in a while I'd get a bit of confidence and I'd be like, okay, well, like, if you're going to abandon us, then I can't control that. Like, you keep telling me you're going to abandon us. I guess I got to move on. And there would be like very specific psychological things like, okay, you think you can move on from me? You might find another guy that's better, but in most cases, you might find a guy that's more abusive. He might beat you. He might be horrible to you. Good luck with that. Like, I like very like calculated kind of comment.
It's not calculated. He knows what he is. You got lucky that he married you. You didn't appreciate what you had. And then it's kind of like a little bit of dread. I can see like the red pill dread that a woman should be fearful of losing her husband.
This is how she perceives it. Doesn't mean that's how he said it. Okay, fine. You know what? This is my life. This is who I am. You want to come along with me? Great. You want to go your own way and do something else? That's your choice. Yep. You know, bad things could happen. You could find a man worse than me. I'm not telling you to do that. So this is the dynamic where the trad wife, the trad woman, is actually worse. Because you notice the whole thing, this whole interview is about protecting her reputation and her purity, and, you know, making exaggerated claims about him. he was a bad man, but I am a good woman.
Yeah, right.
Now, a feminist or a boss babe or a liberal woman would not be so focused on maintaining moral purity in the eyes, the perception. No, I mean, think about it. The woman with the nose ring.
You already know who
and
she
the tattoos.
is. She's not
She
trying
knows
to hide
who
it.
she is.
Yeah, she's not trying to hide
She's
it.
not going to fool anybody that she's a virgin, that she's a virtuous woman. So she has no
You know what to expect from
interest
her.
in lying to demonize her ex-husband, ex-boyfriend. No, we just went our separate ways. But the trad woman who's lived this LARP, live action role play, cosplay life, has to fucking absolutely demonize the man so she can retain this perception of morality, purity, respectability, whatever. And they're actually more dishonest than a lot of the tatted up women. Now, I'm not advocating going after those
ones
because
either.
they're their own
They
flavor
are also
of
like
disaster.
crazy in their own way. Yeah. Yeah, Luke Perry agrees with you here. Yeah, be careful. Like, be careful with women in general. I don't care, like, whether they are rigid feminists or these LARPing, virtue signaling, TradWives, feminine women who throw sex at you like crazy. The outcome remains the same because the family law is the same. It's still against man. So even if
and female nature
is the same.
is the same in the feminist, in the liberal, and in the trad wife. They all have the same female nature.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay, I know that's going to come as a shock to certain men, but it's true.
Yeah, Luke says it's cheaper to keep her. I don't think it's cheaper based on Nick's experience, Steve's experience. Who else was divorce grieved by the ex-wives? You know,
might be in the short term. You don't know.
I mean, like after divorce, you know, or like keep your. If you want to keep her, if you want to keep a woman like her, like married, let's say, in a relationship, right, so that she wouldn't divorce you, you would have to give up everything for her. Look, you would have to live in Canada. You would have to abide by her frame, abide by her rules, do as she says, be her perfect slave, basically.
And then, if you do that, it's going to fail because now you're her slave. And a woman will not respect the slave.
Yeah.
Now, this is a tough concept. So I'm going to say it gently. Dr. Orion Taraban has said that fear is a foundation of respect. Oh, man, this is a Christian concept. Because the Bible says we should fear God. Well, we respect God, but there has to be a component of fear of consequences. Yeah. Oh, yes, I respect because they have authority. They could do discipline. Okay, I'm going to conform. Okay, you think about children. A father has to instill some fear into the child. So the child respects him. Yeah, if I don't do this, my dad's going to really do this or that, or I'll get a firm spanking or whatever. So you know what? I'm going to behave. And you learn morality and how to behave and that discipline and to self-discipline yourself to make proper choices, even when it hurts, to do the right thing, even when that creates difficulty. That comes from discipline. And the foundation of that is fear of authority, respect for authority.
Yeah.
So the woman who has no fear of the husband will not respect him if he's doing everything that she wants him to do, being that perfect simpy husband and pleasing her. She has no fear of the man.
Yeah, she will
Therefore,
not
she
respect
has no
him.
respect for the man. Therefore, she will develop contempt for the man. Therefore, I'm telling you.
Divorce is coming.
Well, before that, she will be drier than the Sahara Desert.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
And there will be no sex, and you're on your way to divorce. And okay, you got to go back because the woman does not fear the man, which leads to respect. And when a woman has that fear and respect, yeah, it leads to dampness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you agree, Eleanor?
Yeah, 100%, Steve. 100%. Look.
And I'm not telling men to be tyrants.
No,
my
husband is not a tyrant. You know, if I know for a fact that if I can't respect a man, I would never ever be with a man. I would never marry him. I would it's just, for me, it's just easier. And back before I met my husband, there were some guys who would try to even like take me on a date, and it's just lunch, or something like sometimes work related, and I'll be like, look, I'm not interested, because I knew who they were. I knew that I wouldn't be able to respect them.
No, you felt that.
I felt it. Yeah,
I know. I've been friends with you for over 2 years now. You have a visceral hatred of simps. You got no time for simps, no respect for them. The simps give you the ick.
They give ick to all women. I'm just I'm honest,
a simp, you cannot have any fear or respect because he's a simp. He's a slave. He's trying to worship me for my pussy. Ick. I
will not even take money. Seriously, I will not take money from simps.
You get they.
I mean, it's just more honest.
You just hate them on such a deep level.
Yeah, I know that you are not even willing to take. And see, this is the women are trying to hide. They're trying to camouflage. They're trying to fake respect for those men who have no frame. They say that they like it. They do it on purpose just to extract more resources from these men. If I'm honest, I'm telling you, look, I don't need your money. Just don't simp, please. Okay, don't simp for me. I don't need this. I don't like this. Okay, I don't need your resources. Right? That's the more covert women who will take your resources. These are your TradWives. Essentially, they would be like, well, okay, we will fake respect. We will love bomb you. We will do this. Keep feeding us what we want. We are still in power. We still want the laws on our side. Nothing major changes, but we are also fulfilling our pockets thanks to you. This is just. It's very deceptive.
We should end it here, but I want to teach a lesson today. I already taught the lesson. Now I want to tell you what it was. I didn't intentionally do this, but I tease Elena a lot. I'm not always nice to her, but we get along great. I love her. As the way a father would love a daughter. Okay, at the beginning of this stream, I know what's been going on with her. In her thoughts, her frustrations. So if you go back to the beginning of this, we talked about that. I identified with her emotional state. Truly understand, okay, all this lashing out, here's what's going on. We talked about that. And I played that song, and you watch her, you watch me. I was tearing up. That song just hits me. I really can't listen to that song without thinking of the loss, my divorce, and not being able to be part of my daughter's lives. you could see that Elena was having a very difficult time not crying. Great. Okay, so I matched her emotions. I understood. We didn't solve a damn thing.
I don't think anything can solve it at this point.
What does a woman want? She wants someone to understand her emotions and identify. Okay, I didn't solve a damn thing. Guys, you don't have to solve a woman's problems. You just have to feel her. And then, okay, this guy understands. And then you move on, and her mood is much better now. And nothing was ever solved. And yes, the emotions will come up again.
It helps to talk to somebody. Like if you are, this is why, oh my gosh, Red Pill community is so important. It's just so important for everyone. You sometimes have to share your pain with other people, and then you see that you're not alone there, and some people might have even harder situation than you are going through. And then, like, as bad as it is, like for me, when I look at you guys, like what you went through having kids, you know, like I'm lamenting about not having kids, but then also my wise husband, he keeps saying that you regret every path you don't take. So a lot of women, and this has to do with Lindsay Clancy, or what was her name, who recently killed her 3 kids, and then Casey Anthony, right? Like those women who, like, they bought into the idea of having this happy marriage and everything, that there is a lot of pro-babies propaganda. That's another live stream, by the way. It's another topic that we can cover and dive into. There is a lot of lying and deception going on. I mean, I'm not justifying what she did. I think that she deserves the real harsh punishment for her actions, just like Casey Anthony, right? They're basically killing people. You know, this is like, you need to like it has to be like the first degree murder, you know, like it's something really harsh that they would really suffer the consequences. But I also realize how laws are tilted where women are like, well, okay, we can always appeal to insanity to reduce the punishment. We can always do some things that she won't suffer the consequences of her great crime, you know, that she's committed. But not condoning their behavior. I understand why a lot of women, and then if women are telling me that they occasionally that thought doesn't come to mind, where they get frustrated with their kids because kids are a lot of work, you know. And eventually I did work with kids, so I know how it feels sometimes. Sometimes you just want to, like, you know, like really like smack them, or, you know, like shake them, or so that they behave better, or do something that you want them to do, right? Like there is this like hopelessness sometimes with dealing with kids, you know, like they're not getting it right. It requires a lot of patience. And women would be lying to other women, saying that motherhood is all cheesy and flowery and all great. And you see these lies. On social media. You see how they are all showing their pregnant bellies. They're so excited about being a mother, right? They're telling cute stories about their kids. They're showing their kids with like cute pictures and videos and everything. This is a small snippet. Whatever you see there is a lie, and nobody is talking about how hard being a mother actually is. Like what are the duties? Like what are the things that women have to do? You know, like it's all fuzzy. And this is what, coming back to Lauren Chen, she had a fantasy what her marriage life would be like, right? She had an illusion in her mind that like her husband would be this supportive and la 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 la, and they usually lash out on their husbands. But the problem is also with the pro kids propaganda. You know, they just want to raise the numbers on the chart, but there is no community, no support for women to even raise their kids today. Like only a few men, like if you marry a super wealthy man, he can afford to hire help like doulas and you know, outsource that. Like family relatives, it kind of makes sense, you know, but then they are all doing their own thing,
No.
you know?
Okay, that's all important. Sure. But women, the most important thing to a woman is to be understood. Now, don't focus on the words she's using. Guys, it doesn't work. It doesn't help. Focus on the emotions behind the words. She's not communicating information. She's communicating emotions. And identify with the emotions. Forget about the words. Forget about fixing the problem. Identify with her emotions. And if she feels understood, don't try to make sense of it. As a man, whoa, I identify with their emotions, but nothing changed or improved. Yes, exactly.
That's the point.
That's the point. Don't try to make sense of it. Just do it. And then actually you'll have more peace in your life and everything else will just kind of work out.
Yes, yeah, Tacticus riding out the dragon.
So how do we end your streams lately?
Oh,
What's
okay.
the highlight?
Yeah, the highlight is the whole of the week. So welcome everyone if you are new here. You are right on time. You are right on time for the whole emphasis of the live stream. Yeah, we started running this weekly nomination the whole of the week, and each week we choose a whore, okay? And then we all see
we hold on. We don't. Well, okay. I kind of maybe suggested this.
Well,
I don't know who it is yet. But generally, it's Alana who gets to pick another woman because all women are in competition with other women, and they're all thinking this stuff. And now she has an outlet to highlight this woman that she doesn't like. It's therapeutic for Elena.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, well, anyway, guys, I know it's kind of pointless to even do that, but you know, it's fun, and yeah, it won't change anything, you know. What we are doing here won't change what women do. It won't change their behavior. We can call them out, we can shame this horse, right? But it's not going to be effective. I know that.
Yep.
So yeah, well, anyway, guys, let's wrap it up. Next time we can cover Brett Cooper. I wanted to show you the video by Pearl. She did call her out.
We'll save Brett. Oh, I wonder who's going to be the whore of the week next week.
Next week, yes.
Okay, let's find out who it is this week.
Yeah, let's find out. Yes. Okay, let me bring it up, guys. 1 second. Let me find it. Hold on. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome everyone to our weekly nomination. Guys, this week's award goes to a Canadian, which means that she is a feminist. She says she wants to be a full-time mommy, but she ends up being on all the right podcasts. She recently published a memoir titled "This is Not Real Life," And I agree with her. It's a shame she's on so many not real podcasts. And no, the father is no longer in the picture. Let's welcome the single mommy, Lauren Southern. Okay, Steve.
Well done.
that was kind of obvious. Yeah, we saw it coming, right?
Yeah.
Well, we devoted the whole live stream to talk about her. Giving her the attention. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Oh, Alina the Flag. Okay, look gives us suggestions here. Yeah, guys, feel free, please. I don't actually follow that many whores. I don't follow all of them. Like I'm more familiar with some of them, the ones that I'm interacting with. But I don't follow a lot of them closely. So yeah, give us the suggestions for those, okay? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we don't care. We don't have any friends here.
Yeah. Yeah, Lauren, a friend to the manosphere. Just kidding. I know. She actually did trash the red pill at the beginning of that video that we showed you. You can go watch the whole. It's just such a waste of time, guys. I don't even want to. I like pearls. So next time we will do a video. I'll show you Pearl's video, her analysis of Brett Cooper. I'm not going to waste my time to watch these women talking for over like an hour or 2 hours. It's just yeah. If somebody has a short video, like send it to me. Oh yes, and I wanted to ask you guys, when you share the videos with me, I get a lot of short videos on Instagram. Could you please write the questions if you have like the questions for those videos so that I pay more attention, because I sometimes get overwhelmed with the videos on Instagram. I receive a lot of videos, Steve, from people. Yeah, and I'm asking you guys to narrow it down, give me purpose, like what do you want me to do with that video? Like if you want me to share it with others, just then say please share it with
Yes,
the community,
okay, guys. Let me translate.
Yeah.
Elena is a woman.
Yes, I'm.
You can't just give her information.
Right.
Because then she's got
monkey mind. Like, what's going on?
No, give her the information and then
Yeah.
do the thinking and the analysis and tell her what you want her to do with the information.
Yes. Like if you
And
want
then
my reaction to that
then-
video, then ask me
then
specific.
She can put that into her brain
Mhm.
and process through that as she's watching it and decide if she's going to go along with what you say. It makes it so much easier because it's so damn tough for a woman to come up with independent thoughts.
Well, it kind of is, because sometimes and these videos may not be necessarily related to one another, and sometimes I'm watching them and I'm guessing like what's the point, like what did that person who sent me that video wanted me to do with it, So yeah, so maybe fewer videos, more selective, ask your specific questions. If you want me to do reaction on them, then just tell me so, like please, what's your thought on this, or a specific female behavior or whatever it is, that bothers you. Yeah, because it's like I get lost with those videos. I don't actually know what to do with all of them. Sometimes I watch them and then it's like, oh wow, that's an interesting video, so I share it. But yeah, I tend to skip like a lot of videos that are coming my way. So
Right.
well, anyway, guys, I think it was an interesting conversation today. I definitely enjoyed it. I really like our sessions. They really help me to stay on track and not to feel so
let's say it differently.
depressed.
They help keep you sane.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, just if you probably don't know, if we go a week, like a Saturday gets canceled,
Mm-hmm.
Elena's acting like a druggie. She didn't get her fix. She's going crazy. She craves this like Saturday download, and it just keeps her somewhat balanced and able to function in life. She struggles without this.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah.
I am exaggerating, but there is some truth in what I'm saying here too.
Yeah, and it's like it makes it easier for me to process information too, because I see a lot of, in particular, tradcon propaganda pro babies, and this topic, as you found out today, really bothers me, guys, and it's just so frustrating. And if like, at least here we get to joke about it, to take it easy, and then I can kind of move on with my life, and I can do other things, focus on other things. But yeah, it would be really, really hard for me without these Saturday meetings, because I don't have a lot of female friends. I have a few very good girlfriends, but I don't talk to them every single day.
So these Saturday streams are cheaper than a weekly visit to your therapist.
Yeah. Well, essentially, it kind of is like a therapy. My husband says it like he's sorry in advance, for what's coming. So yeah. Oh, Luke is asking us, did you watch the great debate yesterday? Or maybe you guys should do.
Absolutely, I did.
Yes, maybe you guys should do a live stream on this. On the debate. No, you're not going to. Okay. I was just wondering.
No, not on the debate. Everybody is doing that. I got some ideas. I will do a live stream on the commentary to that debate.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'll tell you which one it is too. You can listen to it. And then we'll go through it.
Yeah.
It is on Tim Gordon's channel.
Okay.
Tim, okay, he's a Catholic. A patriarchal Catholic. I generally like him. I have some differences, but he's a smart guy and an attorney.
Attorney.
Not practicing anymore. And he was interviewing a Catholic priest, and they were talking about it. It was insightful, and I got some ideas for a future stream to build, because I like that was a great debate, and it led to ideas and observing culture and things like that, and some behaviors of men and women. Now, on the debate, okay, here's my analysis. There was no definitive winner. Okay, it's depending on where you go, who you listen to. A third say it's a draw. A third say Andrew won. A third say Candace won. That was the initial approximated result.
Yeah.
Now, as time goes on, it's more like Candace won. Andrew came in there with a lot of bluster and bullshit and bragging and was going to destroy her. Didn't quite happen that way. So
I don't think
I'll finish up.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Came in with their beliefs and ideologies, generally kept them. Although there's an overall poll that Lionel Nation just showed that showed the overall people that think that Tyler Robinson did it has declined in the past 24 hours. Oh my God. I guess Candace had some impact. So people are not changing their minds, but the more analytically minded, higher IQ people are saying Candace won.
Yeah.
And I said this yesterday in a text to the resurgent people.
I wasn't paying attention, Steve. Sorry, I was so.
Okay, so I'm going to be the first one to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Wilson jumped the shark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Luke says no one changed the minds. Mm-hmm. Looks like Luke, you were watching the debate, right? You watched the debate. Yeah. I have to watch it now. Do they have it still, or did they is it still available?
Yes.
You can
Everybody's still making money. Now
Yeah,
your
okay.
prices are,
I know.
I think it's still probably might be up on the Crucible channel.
Crucible.
Candace has it up. She has advertisements on it.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Bet David has it up on his stream. Church of the Eternal Logos has it up. That's where I watched most of it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to watch the whole debate?
How long is it?
They're 3.5 hours.
Oh my gosh, hell no. Like, are they?
You can watch an analysis of the debate.
Oh yeah, that's probably
that's the main points out of it. And there will be more analysis coming up. Now, depending on whether you're pro Andrew or pro Candace, which flavor of debate analysis do you want? You'll find an analysis out there that matches what you want to believe.
To hear. Yeah. That's what. Sometimes you have to go to the source and watch the actual debate if you want to get the impartial idea. I mean, not from the.
Candace is not causing division. Candace is who she is. It's our perceptions and our decisions about Candace that's causing the division.
Yeah. So, okay, watch the whole debate. Okay, so looks like Luke Perry watched the whole debate, and he also watched Myron's reaction. Myron's reaction would be interesting to see.
I haven't seen Myron's reaction. Yeah. Should I watch that, Luke?
Yeah, tell us, Luke. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, Luke says I'm pro Andrew, but she cooked him.
Luke. Yeah, Candace won. Yeah. It's quite simple. Andrew came in.
I'm so surprised.
Thinking that he was going to wipe the floor with her, and it was a draw. And she actually made some good scores on him. Andrew did not.
Maybe he didn't prepare enough.
He didn't prevail. She did not. He'd been looking at this for a couple, 2-3 weeks, a month. Candace has lived and breathed this.
Yeah.
She had her facts down. Candace did a great showing. And on the subtleties and technicalities.
Yeah, she got him.
I think she did better.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a blowout, but I give the edge to Candace.
Yeah. Myron is unbiased. Okay, then we have to watch the reaction of Myron.
Okay.
Myron Gaines too.
I respect Myron.
Yeah, I like Myron too. Yeah. He's on point. So many things. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, that was interesting. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your observations, and thank you, Luke, for letting us know about the debate and reminding us to watch it. We appreciate that. Yeah, Tacticus, thank you for your comments. Everyone else who was here today, Bare Minimum, we appreciate you guys. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Tell us what you think about the topics that we've covered today. And we'll see you all next time. What are you doing on Wednesday, Steve? Do you guys have a plan for Wednesday?
I think Nick is leading it.
Nick is up. Okay.
Well, sure.
Join us, guys. It's going to be another great live stream. You all have good live streams. All of you have your own ways of making it fun, entertaining, and intellectually thought-provoking. So I really love your live stream.
It's turning out that way, depending on which one of the three of us lead it. it turns in kind of a different approach to things. We each have our styles.
Yes,
We've kind of settled in. And so the good news is we have a body of work that, okay, it's getting quite big, but it's not nearly as vast as those who have been podcasting for 2-3 hours per day for the past 3-4 years. We've only been podcasting. Well, we started out 2 per week. We went down to 1 per week for the past, almost 3 years. So
yeah.
I think they're timeless. And you can go back and listen.
Yeah, you're gonna go revisit them. The topics are very relevant.
Whatever suits you.
Yeah, the old stuff that we've talked about, guys, even here on Saturdays, the topics we've discussed, please go rewatch them if you want, or share them with your friends, with other men who need to see it. These topics are timeless. We keep coming back to them.
Yes.
There are a lot.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What we talk about here is 6 months ahead of it becoming a very, very popular topic talked about by many people.
Yeah, that's actually true.
And that's kind of, I don't know why you can't plan on it being that, but seeing things and talking about them, we just do it. And then we observe, holy shit, everybody's talking about it. But we only make that reflection 6 months later.
6 months ago, yeah. Oh, yeah, like
we
when
were
you
6 months ahead of things.
Yeah.
So if you want to know where the world is going, well,
stick around, guys.
Kind of seems like
yeah,
we are indicative of where things are going to be. The discussions will be in 6 months.
Yeah, we've been analyzing it, we've been watching it, and it's interesting to watch that. Yeah, the topic starts percolating elsewhere.
For instance, TradWives.
TradWives, yeah, the mask she wears.
And religious women. We were some of the first people to talk about, they're not what they pretend to be.
Yeah.
The first criticism that religious women can actually be the worst women to marry. Yeah. Because of how they behave after when they rebel. TradWives. Oh yes, this is cosplay. This is a LARP.
Yeah.
They're still feminists. We were some of the first to say that, and now everybody's saying that.
Yeah, and also Pearl is showing you the proof of what we've been saying. So shout out to you for running all of these interviews. I know there are a lot of people who criticize her for what she does. We appreciate your work, and I highly, if you haven't seen any of those interviews, guys, we showed some of them here on the channel, but you should go watch the source. Go check her channel out and watch those interviews with those Christian religious women, so that you have you understand what we are saying here. Yeah. Go watch. She has a lot of evidence of these women not being submissive to their husbands and not being as traditional and as religious as they are claiming to be. Anyway, guys, I think we are done here. It's great to see everyone. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. Tell us what you think, and we'll see you all next time. Join the Resurgence of Sanity on Wednesday. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you all in the next one. Oh, before we go, look what t-shirt I have. I was showing it to Steve earlier today. I need to do more shots with it.
Wait. Come back. You forgot your bullshit.
Yeah. I need to
For those of you who might be listening and not watching, that's what's on her t-shirt.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Yeah. I'll make some shots with this t-shirt. I have a couple of really funny t-shirts that I ordered. And anyway, guys, we'll see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And take care, everyone. Okay? Bye. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. If you're new here or if you're a returning subscriber, we appreciate you. Have you watched Anita Mokiet's saga by me, your Red Pill Babushka? If you haven't yet, we highly recommend you to watch this mini-series to better understand women, how they think and how they manipulate men. Anita Mokiet's saga is a comic parody of female nature and female behavior that includes Anita's adventures, her special and unique experiences, and various interactions with other funny characters. I created Anita to pick on female delusions, entitlement and promiscuity, and to show the reality of corrupted by women institutions. The first season shows the process of finding yourself through self-worth, self-love and self-respect meditation retreats and relationship sessions with various female gurus. The second season reveals her godly path to Jesus and her true power over men, femininity.
Hi, I'm Anita Mokiet. I used to be on OnlyFans, but not anymore. Not after I found Jesus. I'm a TradWives now. I love Jesus. I'm not a feminist. I want a perfect husband with kids because now I feel that it's my true purpose in life to be a stay-at-home wife and mother. Because I deserve a family. I want to be married to the right man. So join our church and wife me up.
I will actually plug Plutarch's wife here. Watch her Anita Moorcat series on just talking about she gives these like acting. She takes on many faces and shows the reality of the church and trying to get men to buy into this traditional tradcon bullshit on wifing up all these fucked up women. There is a large amount of truth in her comedic series that I think men should watch.
I hope that you enjoy our videos. Please tell us what you think about them. We appreciate your feedback. Also, please like the videos. It helps us to build more awareness. And share our videos with your friends and those who need to see them. You never know, but you may save a man's life if he is more aware of female nature. You don't have to say anything when you are sharing our videos. You can just copy and paste them and let the chips fall where they may. Please watch our older live streams on both YouTube channels. You might also enjoy Marry Me Red Pill podcast by your Red Pill Babushka, based on the survey for biological men. It's an ongoing survey that you can participate in. Please share it with other men. The more men participate in this survey, the more statistically significant the results are. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels if you enjoy our content and if you'd like to see more content like this. Join us for interesting discussions with the Resurgence of Sanity guys on Saturdays at 9:15 a.m. Pacific on Elena's Bar YouTube channel and on Wednesdays at 5:45 p.m. Pacific on the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel. Once again, thank you so much for joining us for interesting discussions. Thank you for your feedback and for your kind support. We appreciate you guys. We are looking forward to seeing you in our other activities as well. Take care everyone and have a wonderful day.